Hey, let's take a look at what's happening on the border because the way I see it, some people are playing checkers and some people are playing chess. Let's take a look at what Governor Abbott is up to. Texas Guard to send tank-like military vehicles to the border. According to Texas Tribune and Army Times, here is a Vietnam-era M113 armored personnel carrier. Apparently, the state of Texas has 10 of these, and they're going, there it is, there's a better picture, and they're going to deploy 10 of these over the Texas-Mexico border. A whole 10 of them. That sounds very impressive. But nowhere in this article, nowhere can I ever find ever that Governor Abbott is actually going to push people back to Mexico. Because it's only when you have that will, either by the state or the federal government, that this is actually going to stop, that the invasion will actually stop. You can put as many Vietnam-era battle taxis up on the front lines if you want, but if they're just going to sit there and watch the people walk into the United States, it doesn't really matter. It's a headline with no impact. And you can go just to, another Bill Maloogian video, what's happening at the border. This time a thermal drone video from Eagle Pass. This is just, say, over the weekend. A large group of migrants, 1,400 illegal crossings in the Del Rio sector over the last 24 hours, 69,000 since October 1st. Just walking right in. Again, having been to the border myself, I was just astounded when I saw this happen. I was like, they're going to interdict those people and send them back? Nope, come on in. And here they were, and here they are. They're just being escorted in. Now, that is a precursor to what was reported today by Todd Bensman of the Center for Immigration Studies. Let's take a look at their video.
Instead, Biden's DHS legalized these people before they could commit the illegal act they intended when they left home. The U.S. Customs and Border Protection pre-approved all of them while they were still in Mexico, ahead of handoffs at the ports from Mexican immigration to American immigration. This is the new face of border crossing. It is a highly unconventional idea far outside mainstream border management and skirts congressional statutes that require visas. Claiming a legal authority to create a brand new legal pathway for mass border migration that Congress never approved, Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas has often spoken and hinted at creating new ad hoc pathways in line with an ideal he calls safe, humane, and orderly cross-border migration. This was what he was talking about. The legal basis for the releases relies on a highly restricted and limited legal authority called humanitarian parole.
So what they're talking about in this video from the Center for Immigration Studies is a pilot program that started a year ago and has now expanded all across the U.S.-Mexico border, where as an immigrant, you can go to, let's just say, Juarez, a government office in Juarez in Mexico, and you can apply for this humanitarian entrance into the United States. Oh, Jack, how do you apply for that? Well, the typical way to do that is actually to file a criminal complaint back in the country from which you came. So how do you do that? You get on the phone and you call up El Salvador or wherever, and you file a verbal complaint over the phone in El Salvador. You get that fax to the government functionary in Mexico, and then they send it to the United States on your behalf. The United States reads it. They check all the boxes for you, and then you're fast-tracked to the United States, and you don't have to illegally cross the border. Oh, no, no, it's better than that. The Mexican government official, who you probably had to bribe, drives you over the port of entry. So you're not illegally entering the United States and having to deal with the coyotes and all that. No, you're going right through the port of entry, and they're expecting you. They have your paperwork all ready for you at the U.S. side of the border. And they do this in San Diego, in Douglas, Arizona, El Paso, Laredo. They do it all over the border. And it's started off small, and now it's growing. It's amazing. It's quite popular because now you're in there legally. You're in the United States legally. Talking about Juarez, migrants hunkered down in Juarez to wait out Title 42. So I don't know about you, Governor Abbott, but you might not be using those armored personnel carriers because all these folks are going to do is just wait for the federal judge December 21st. Oh, it'll be a Merry Christmas. Uh, these several hundred Venezuelans, God knows how many are in the pipeline that are not right on the border. They're just waiting for the judge to make a ruling. Basically, the Biden administration has until the 21st of December. As I told you before, this whole Venezuelan Title 42 thing was just an election year gimmick. It is going away. If it already kind of went away, and it's totally gonna be gone away. Don't you worry, migrants. You'll be able to come in here and flood the border very soon. It was just an election year gimmick. Everybody knew that. And these migrants know that. They're just waiting it out. Let's just bring a little Massachusetts angle into this video. Governor Baker, who is a lame duck and is actually out of here at the end of the year when we're now going to be a completely one-party state as if we weren't already. Governor Baker wants asylum seekers to be allowed to work immediately. Basically, right now there's a 180-day wait time. And now this guy is also playing checkers because what he doesn't realize is that as soon as migrant gets here, they're working in the kitchen somewhere. They're working already, Chuckles. And yeah, they're already working. You're playing checkers, they're playing chess. But he wants to streamline it so they don't have to wait 180 days so they can start working right away. Because it's a lie that they are here for asylum. They are not here for asylum. They are here as economic immigrants. That is the truth. Don't ever believe that all of these people are here for asylum. Maybe a handful are, and we should treat them accordingly. But the vast majority are economic migrants. And talk about it, economics, how much does this cost? Massachusetts, which is pretty far away, last time I checked, from the border. Oh, just another $139 million. That's how much it's going to cost us here in Massachusetts in the very near term to build more shelter space for illegal immigrants in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, which last time I checked is nowhere near the border. Oh, another kind of maybe not related, but maybe. We had a bank robbery on Martha's Vineyard. Do you remember Martha's Vineyard? That's where Governor DeSantis sent the 50 illegal aliens to the sanctuary island over the summertime. You remember that? Well, apparently they had a bank robbery there last week, which is not to laugh about. And one of the bank robbers, allegedly, is a Jamaican national who knows about his immigration status because nobody in the media is going to ask that question because that's hate speech here in Massachusetts. And you would most certainly lose your journalism job if you asked if a Jamaican national was in the country legally or illegally. But hopefully we'll find out at some point whether Miguel A. Jones, the valedictorian, who still had money on him, he had two $100 bills that were in sequential order from the bank robbery. He still had the money on him. Over 24 hours, 36 hours later, they found him driving the secondary getaway car. They robbed a bank on an island. How dumb can you be? All right, so that's the update. I'm looking forward to your comments. I've loved your comments coming in on the comments. That's been awesome. Thank you so much. Feel free to hit that share button. And we are now over 100 subscribers. Isn't that awesome? Hey, I'm John F. Gately. You can call me Jack. I'm broadcasting to you today from beautiful Plymouth, America's hometown. We had a great parade, Thanksgiving parade this past weekend in Massachusetts, behind enemy lines. Have a great day. Bye-bye.